So... Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I suddenly just started thinking about December, about TBRs, what I should read in December, because always like when you're halfway through a month you already start thinking of the next TBR and the next TBR, because that's like half of the fun, planning what books you're going to read, right? I tried to look up different readathons and then I started thinking about TBR games and how cool it would be if I actually had my own TBR game, because we all know the TBR games, the Cody's Wheel, Becca's Bookopoly, or Gavin's Play It Right, Yates Trivia Game. It's just so much fun, and so many are doing like book bingos and card games, and I would love to come up with my own TBR game in the future, but I do want it to be as original as possible and somehow connected to me and my interests. I'm thinking of it, not sure if it will ever happen, we'll see. When thinking about that I thought, okay, but how could I at least somehow pick a TBR in a fun way for December? And then I thought of the easiest way to pick a TBR, a way that I have never used, and that is a random number generator, which is basically you choose a random number and that number on the list will be the book that you read. That was a really poor explanation of something that is quite simple. A random number generator is an algorithm that randomly as it's possible, I guess, it chooses a number, and that number you can use for picking what book you will read. And I thought, hey, I took a couple of programming courses, I can program my own random number generator, because in all honesty it's probably the easiest thing you could program. It's like 3 lines. Also, to keep it interesting, I have prepped 6 categories that I will choose books from. First category is my shelf, and it's the shelf I have over there. Basically an entire shelf of unread books plus 2 I have over here, but in total I own or have in my possession right now 26 physical books. The second category is Goodreads, and that's basically my entire want to read list on Goodreads, and when I looked it up it was 225 books on that one. Third category is for SCRIBD. I have a SCRIBD account, which means that basically I have access to this huge library of both ebooks and audiobooks. Quick side note, if you sign up for SCRIBD using my link, you get 2 months for free and I get plus 1 extra month. There's actually like 2 SCRIBD categories. One is for audiobooks and one is for ebooks. So on SCRIBD I also have a list of books I want to read, and if I sort them by audiobooks I have 48 books on that list, and if I sort them by ebooks I have 66 books on that list. The 5th category is currently reading. There's probably 3 books I will finish this month. So if I exclude them, it's 6. And 6th category is ARCs, because I do have a NetGalley account, which means that I can request or apply for getting books before they are published. Those types of books are called ARCs, Advanced Reader's Copies. And the thing about those is that you're supposed to read them and then review them, kind of do something and give back for getting that book earlier. I looked it up. I have 9 ARCs that are available for me at the moment, but there are 3 ARCs that have somehow been archived. I can't get them on NetGalley anymore, but I have still made requests for them, so it will affect my ratio whether or not I give them feedback. So that actually adds up to 12 books. First, I'm gonna have to write my program. I want to try and fill my screen when doing this, although I suck at using QuickTime. So I'm gonna be using Python 3. It's really simple. Import random number equals random.rand int. No, wait. I need the conditions. Forgot that. Number equals random.rand int. First category was shelf. As I said, in total I have 26 books that are physically available to me at the moment. Are we ready? Are we ready? Well, oh no, oh no, oh no, I see what it is. Okay, it's number 1. Damn it. So this is basically my TBR shelf. I've tried to have like a rainbow, but it's quite difficult with so few books as it is. As you remember, I got number 1, and if we move to number 1, this might be... Do you see what it is? Yeah, It's a Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. It's not that I'm not excited about this book, it's more like it's a really sad book. Do I want to read a sad book in December? And also it's quite thick, I believe it's around 800 pages. But like, I bought it, I want to read this one, I've heard it's amazing, but also like super sad. Okay, so the first book I pulled for this challenge is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. It's supposedly really sad. People have breakdowns. People make entire vlogs about their experience reading this book. Basically, we're following a group of college classmates and their life after college. It's just a lot about relationships, success, pride, friendship, traumas. A lot of bad things happen in this one. My second category is my Goodreads. And on Goodreads I have 225 books on my want to read list. So we're doing a new number. Random.roundin from 0 to 225. Are we ready? Writing down number. And 193. That means it's probably an older book, because I think they're categorized like the one you added to your list, the latest is number 1, I think. So this is my Goodreads page, and if we scroll down, we see a few of the people I follow, my want to read. So let's click on my want to read. Okay, so you can see the numbers here on the side. No, it's different, so I was wrong. The first book you ever added to the list will be number 1. We need to go a bit higher up. 160s, 170s, 180s, maybe on the 10th page then? Yeah, it would make sense. 193, let's see. Why am I nervous? Oh no. Ooh, I am watching you. What's this? Interesting. It's a thriller. Well, okay. Why did I add this one? Ah, because Noelle liked it. I probably wouldn't have picked that one otherwise, so cool. Next up is SCRIBD audio. We have a number where we have random.randint from 0 to 48. So we're doing SCRIBD audio now. And I'm putting in number 48. So basically the last book on my SCRIBD, and I already know what it is because it's the first book, or maybe second book, I ever added to my SCRIBD. So I'm filming my SCRIBD now. This is like my first page. We go to saved and I will put it on audiobooks. Basically scroll down to the last one. And as you can see, it's On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. It's the same author who wrote The Hate You Give, and The Hate You Give was actually the first ever audiobook that I listened to this summer when I first got SCRIBD. On the Come Up is another book. We have black representation. I believe we're following a girl who wants to become a rapper. So there will probably be a bit of rapping. Interesting, especially since it's an audiobook. From what I've heard, Angie Thomas's books make amazing audiobooks, and especially this one. Yes, oops. So, once again, new number, randint, from 0 to 66. Putting down a number, and we're getting number 5. I forgot to mention it, but this time we're doing SCRIBD ebooks. I'm recording my SCRIBD again. This time I will filter it on books. And number 5. Quite nice. It was number 5, right? Yes, it was. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. I don't know much about this one. I added it because it had representation of mental illness in it, I believe. We're back in the number generator. And this time we're doing it for the books I'm currently reading, which I said is 6 books. Okay, and number 6. I forgot to mention that this could actually be such a gamble because I have some quite thick books on my currently reading which I didn't get through. One of them is the Iliad, one of them is Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So we're back at my Goodreads. Here you have it. You can see a sneak peek of my currently reading. But let's just go to the currently reading shelf. And I have 9 on my currently reading, but as I said, oh wait, the 3 books I want to exclude is Ninth House, because I'm currently reading it for a buddy read. I'm thinking of Ending Things, because I will probably finish it next week when listening to audiobooks. And also Dragon Republic, because I'm also buddy reading that one. So those 3 I want to exclude. If I do it this way around, from 1 to 6, which would be correct actually, because it's the same way we did the previous Goodreads list. If we count 1, 2, not that one, 3, 4, 5, dodging that one, 6. This is quite good. This is short. And I'm like 40% through. Continuing with why I'm no longer talking to white people about race. A non-fiction that blew up during the Black Lives Matter movement is just a lot of information about black people's history in Britain. Cool. Yeah, some non-fiction. This is awesome. And now the final book that I will be randomly choosing with this program is an ARC, an advanced reader's copy. In total I have 12. Let's just go for it. Oh wait, I forgot to actually print the results. Let's try again. Number 2. Okay, so this is my dashboard on NetGalley, and I will just go to your shelf. Basically we have like start reading, we have give feedback, and we have not active. I got the number 2. So if I count just from like up and down, the way I did it with the previous pages, it's 1, 2. Revenge Cake by Skylar Mason. A new adult romance. I didn't want to fall in love with Logan. Cool. Okay. Yeah, sure. A bit of romance in the mix. Might be good. New angle. I'm filming this on my phone since my camera just died for the wrap up. To quickly wrap things up, in December I will be reading A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, a contemporary sad book about relationships and life and traumas and stuff. I'm excited but also really scared. I will then also read I Am Watching You by Teresa Driscoll, a thriller about, I don't remember adding this one to make TBR. I don't know why I added it. I don't know if I can get a hold of it somehow, if I can get it from my library or from SCRIBD or something. I'm gonna have to look it up, maybe buy it on iBooks, I'm not sure. Gonna have to solve that one. The third book that was picked for me was On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. Black representation, young adult contemporary, apparently amazing audiobook, so that's great. And then also from SCRIBD for an ebook, what was chosen for me was Eleanor Oliphant Is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. What I know about it is that there's representation for mental health, I believe, mental illness. Here's some of the plot. Eleanor Oliphant leads a simple life. She wears the same clothes to work every day, eats the same meal deal for lunch every day, and buys the same 2 bottles of vodka to drink every night. Oh, yeah, I think I added this one to my TBR because it kind of reminded me of My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otesha Moshfegh, which I really liked and thought was so cool and bold and different. For my currently reading, I will be finishing Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Rennie Edo-Lodge. I started this one in October. I'm about 40% through it. See, I'm being good. I'm putting in post-its for it. It's not what I maybe would have wanted it to be. There's just a lot of history and events. Of course I see the importance of mentioning those events, but I don't like the way they're done, because it's just like this thing happened this year and this thing happened that year and this thing happened then, and it's just like so many events that of course represent the issues. I wish it could have been more like this happened this year and these were the consequences and everything that happened and things you should think about and reflect over. And then we have this event and all those things that are connected and blah 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 blah. Something like that would have perhaps been better for me. For my arc, what was chosen was Revenge Cake by Skylar Mason. A new adult romance. Hopefully a quick read. I didn't want to fall in love with Logan, an infamous relationship slut. He fell in love too easy for it to ever be real, and I refused to end up just one more crazy ex-girlfriend. But he used his self-deprecating charm to wear me down, and I let myself fall. Even though I was afraid he'd abandon me once he had learned about my anxiety disorder, and that's exactly what he did. Logan is a dick. Gonna have to see about this one. Is it smutty? Is it just bad? Advanced praise. An astonishingly authentic depiction of finding love while living with anxiety. The most fun I've had feeling awkward in a long time. But yeah guys, that's basically it for me. Thank you for watching. This was another really random idea I had that I just quickly wanted to try out and film. It was actually a lot of fun, and like the suspense when you think you know but you haven't confirmed it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, okay? I'll see you later. Bye! From 0 to 26. Is it 27? I've forgotten how to code. This is awkward. No, it should be 26. Python indexes start at 0, so 0 would be... Let's go with 26.
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before.